The View ladies once again attempt to race bait a situation, this time involving Barack Obama and his daughters. Let's watch.
So over the weekend, former President Barack Obama was campaigning with our current president, Joe Biden, and told Jimmy Kimmel that he and Michelle agree that the Obama political legacy ends with the two of them. Take a look.
President Obama, I have a Father's Day question for you.
Yes.
Who would make a better president, Sasha or Malia?
You know what? That is a question I do not need to answer because Michelle drilled into them so early that you would be crazy to go into politics. It will never happen.
So as funny as that is, it's also really sad.
Yeah.
Because does that mean that politics have gotten so nasty that young people won't want to go into it?
It is nasty. I miss Obama, though. When I see him, I want him back.
Yeah. It's so nasty. It's so gross. I wonder why. I wonder if it has anything to do with these women. I don't know. That's what. When I think about running for president and I think about old hags like the ladies on The View just like making money off of critiquing me, I'm like, yeah, I don't really want these people to get rich off of me and my policies. But I don't know. What do you guys think?
He just makes you smile.
I love him. He was such a good president, but I think that, the Kennedys have a legacy. They have that whole generation
Not
of
anymore.
guys.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
so
changed.
look what happened with the latest, RFK Jr. Poor guy has a worm in his brain.
Yeah.
Which is a problem if you're going to run the country. But the thing of the Obama, and they were subject, the Kennedys are all subject to the same kind of vitriol that any other president was. But with the Obamas, on top of that, you have racism coming at them. And these kids remember when Melania and Trump said that he was a birther.
Yeah.
That whole lie that went around that said that Obama wasn't born in this country. So I don't think that they want to.
And that's racist? That's racist? That Obama wasn't born in this country is racist. Is that the narrative that's racist?
Kids to such nonsense. Well, I agree with that.
And I think a lot of black mothers especially would be nervous about their children getting into politics because of the racial bias that still exists in this country, the societal bias, the structural racism that still exists in this country, even though people think that that's not true. But, we need less influencers, young influencers, and more leaders. We do. We need fresh blood. We need young people that are unafraid to give their unvarnished opinions and not be as concerned about their brands. And
We need fresh blood. Give us fresh blood. Give me that fresh blood. You're freaking weird. She's strange. I'm not giving her any fresh blood. What a freaking weirdo.
as concerned about what other people will think and
Or about
stand
getting reelected
and getting
constantly.
reelected and stand on the right side of history for a change.
Yeah.
And
I think we have
so
we have not
disappointed.
taught them how to do that.
Yeah.
We haven't. done it.
There are
We
many,
haven't.
many
No,
young
but I have
people
to
willing
tell you,
to do it. We've seen
we
it
have
at
not
college
taught,
protests everywhere.
We have not taught young people how to stand for stuff. They're learning.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You know what you've taught young people? You've taught young people that being successful is sitting down, turning the camera on, and just bitching and complaining. Like, that's it. That's what you're going to sit up here and, oh, we haven't taught people. Yeah, I mean, these people are learning from literally just watching you guys. Like, look at me. I'm taking notes over here on The View. Oh, flip the lights on. Bitch and complain. I mean, it's just it's hilarious. But why would somebody want to go into politics? Why would somebody want to take on the swamp and go up and fight against it when Donald Trump is now a felon, when Donald Trump gets labeled a womanizer who likes to get peed on? Like, why would anybody who wants to save America go into politics? And the thing is, like, you have to be a nationalist to go into politics to fight for your country, right? Because if you're not a nationalist, you're not fighting for the Constitution. You're just going in and you're fighting for whatever radical idea you like the most, which is, sorry, but we have a pretty good Constitution that's going to make it pretty impossible for that to happen. So, I mean, it's just nobody wants to go and fight for this country as a senator. Like, it's just not a thing. There's very few young people who actually want to do that, because why would they when we can just make money on the internet?
But this is not something, we were forced to do it because our brothers and sisters or uncles and cousins were to be thrown into wars. They were thrown into stuff. Women wanted the opportunity to go to school. There were things we were fighting for.
But they're
for
fighting
the right
for things now, and
they
their places are being squashed.
But what you're saying, I don't know that that's true. I think a lot of the problem is because people keep saying, where are the grown-ups talking about us?
Yeah.
And I say, we've done this. We've been doing it. We're waiting for y'all to come. And play. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say that I love what you're saying about leaders versus influencers and not worrying about brands and having a voice. I think seeing what I see in the world and the way politics has chased out so many good politicians. The reason the Obamas sit here and everyone's like, Michelle, run, do this. They're like, we're good. We did everything we could for this country and we're out. So like, as a parent, I think I go in and I want a leader. I'd much rather see a leader on a local level or some other career where you could make arguments, you could be heard, you could have a voice and opinion.
What you're talking about.
But not the national level of our politics. At this point, the worst among us survive the longest, like cockroaches, and they don't do a lot while they're there. So I don't know one parent that would say, I really hope my child goes and does that.
I hope my child,
I can't.
I hope my child does.
I do not.
I have to say, when watching him say that, I related to it so much. I said to my husband yesterday, we had, the news on in the background, and I said, I used to love politics. It was my first love, and now it just stresses me out and gives me anxiety. I don't know that if I got into politics, I don't know if 10 years ago, if our politics are the way it was, I would have gotten into it.
Yeah.
It used to.
Imagine telling your husband, the love of your life, that your first love was politics. Imagine that. You sit down right next to the love of your life and you say, my first love was politics. Oh, that's so funny. I just could not imagine my wife saying that her first love was politics. And that would make me chuckle, honestly.
To be, and I've talked about this a ton, I'd work on Capitol Hill for Republicans. We would work on policy. We'd work in committee hearings. We would be fighting with the Democrats, but we'd do it respectfully. At the end of the day, we'd get a beer with each other, and we would be able to say, like, listen, we have different ideas on border security. That doesn't mean we have to hate each other. We have to dehumanize each other. And what I worry about, and I think you make a really good point about the next generation of leaders, I worry about young people who are seeing the ugliness of our politics right now, and they think it's normal. They think that you always go to the worst insult and the most dehumanizing
I don't
language.
think so. I think that they want to make this place a better place.
The best ones, and those are the ones we want in leadership.
Yes, I think they're seeing it on social media. They're seeing the trolls. They're seeing the vitriol. They want to change it. I am raising that generation, Gen Z, and I see it not just with my children, with their contemporaries. They want to make a change. They are tired of what they are seeing. They are tired of seeing the chaos in Congress, and they want to save their world for their future generations.
To your points, Whoopi, you're talking about how we fought for our rights, which we did. Now I think young people need to understand that they have to fight to keep those rights.
Yes,
I'm not sure that they get that.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You gotta fight for your right to kill your babies. You gotta fight. Let me know if you guys know that song, Beastie Boys. Anyways, that's all I have to say for today. I think that, fight for your right to kill your babies. Fight for it, young people. Go up. Go get elected so that you and your women, and as Joe Biden would say, listen, this is what Joe Biden would tell you, okay? He would say, women are getting assaulted by their sisters at alarming rates, and they're not able to get the abortion. I can't believe that's our president, by the way. women, sisters, and they can't get their abortion. Wow. I'll see you guys in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. Goodbye.